Hey everyone, you're watching Rooted and Rising, and we're here having honest conversations about what it means to grow older, to show up better, and to keep evolving, no matter what stage of life you're into. So let's get into it. So, although I am a licensed professional counselor, I'm not your professional counselor. The opinions here are only my opinions. So, if you need additional help, I want to encourage you to seek out a licensed professional counselor in your area or medical professional. So, I want to talk about today that dreaded M word, menopause. For some of us, it's premenopausal, for others, it's menopausal, and then others it's postmenopausal. And regardless what kind of phase or stage that you're in, it all kind of comes with a series of symptoms, physical symptoms, emotional symptoms, and all of that, right? And it could really feel very isolating and like kind of you're alone on your own island, just dealing with this by yourself, right? And I'm not a gynecologist, so I'm just kind of here to share my own personal experience and what helped me kind of get through that process. And really what I want to dive into is the emotional aspect of it and how important it is to get support for that and to reach out to others for that support. I, for myself, are kind of, I guess you consider on the tail end of the journey. And so I'm not experiencing a lot of the emotional symptoms this time and the physical symptoms that perhaps I've gone through before. One thing that's interesting to me is how much we don't want to talk about it with other women. We may not talk about it with our own mothers. Our own mothers may not share their experiences with us, and we just kind of feel like we're isolating and kind of dealing with this by ourselves. In my 40s, I think that I went through perhaps a little bit more of the emotional side of the symptoms, just feeling, out of sorts emotionally, irritable, oftentimes sad. It wasn't until maybe the latter part of that and in my 50s that I began to experience more of the physical symptoms, I would say, the night sweats, the hot flashes, feeling like my joints were achy. I had foggy brain, still have that now, actually sometimes, but I had those types of symptoms, right? And for me, it was really the night sweats and just the sweating that was just crazy for me. And I did talk to my mom about her experiences, and I think that was helpful to me to just kind of hear what she went through. I know some women will have hysterectomies early on, and so they kind of get into those symptoms early, others don't. So we kind of all go through our own series of hell, I guess you could say, and it's pretty rough. So upon experiencing those symptoms that I described, I went on my own personal journey to kind of find remedies that will work for me. And, I thought about the natural ways to deal with it through supplements or nutrition and things like that, lifestyle changes. Also, should I consider hormone replacement therapy, pills, patches, injections, things like that? Or should I consider topicals was another something that I wanted to explore. So I had to kind of think about what worked best for me. And I remember kind of seeking out doctors to share that with, and some were on board with the cream, for example, and others were not. And because I opted to go for the cream, I found a doctor that was willing to work with me with a bioidentical cream that was topical that I applied to my skin. And that for me worked wonders. I had no side effects. It took care of the hot flashes. It took care of the night sweats. And I just felt 100 times better, and it worked within a matter of weeks. I just simply go back to my doctor to make sure labs are good and everything looks good. And it's been working for me. And while I'm not here to talk about creams per se, I am here to talk about finding the right professional that's willing to work with you and really hear about what you're going through and design something that's going to be solely for you that will work for you. So as I mentioned, the emotional side of being perimenopausal or menopausal, I didn't realize that it's so helpful to have a network of people to talk to, or even women that understand kind of what you're going through. I recently had the opportunity to talk to some very lovely ladies, different age ranges, I would think from 30 to their 60s, and most of them were kind of either have gone through perimenopausal or they're going through menopause now. And it was really nice to be a part of that group to talk about kind of our experiences, what we've gone through, what worked for us, why we are not crazy in our minds. And that, and even just for me thinking about, oh my God, there's another person here that actually tried what I tried and it worked for them, which made me feel like, yeah, this was a good decision to do that. So having that support was really great. And what I found through this experience was how important it is to have that network of support that's willing to work with you. Although it's great to find a solution to those symptoms, having people that really understand what you're going through goes a long way. So whether it's finding the right doctor that's willing to sit down with you, go through your symptoms, find the right solution that's tailored to you, having a network of support through a group of women, or even your family members, your aunties, your moms, your grandmothers, to find out how they dealt with them emotionally and physically, really goes a long way to feeling like you have people there that care about you, support you, and that you're not an island unto yourself. And remember, finding the right solution for you is not a one-stop shop. There's all sorts of things that you can try and experiment with to kind of tailor your treatment for yourself, whether it's natural remedies, whether it's hormone replacement therapy, topicals. You kind of design what you need to take care of yourself. And there's a whole realm of emotional things that you can do and learn to help support yourself emotionally, whether it's meditation, keeping a log, a journal of what triggers you, and or thinking about your current symptoms emotionally that you're going through. It's important to also reach out to others for help, if that's going to a licensed therapist for that emotional support, or just talking to your friends and family, whether it's your mom or your girlfriends, or a support group about kind of what you're going through. That really helps the connection and bond. So I want to encourage you not to give up the fight. Remember, this is a journey. It just doesn't go away overnight. And while you can find solutions that ease things up, it's a process, right? And we have to be patient with ourselves through this process. So just make sure you find the right medical professionals that are willing to be patient with you and work with you while you're on this journey. And then I also want to encourage you to seek out emotional supports, either through that's family members or through other women that really understand what you're dealing with and can relate to your experiences. And if you have any comments, stories, or thoughts of your own, please put them down below. I would love to read about them. And if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.